Hey, my name is Jessica, and along with my husband Jag and our 3 young sons, we are embarking on a journey. Right now, we live in the suburbs in southern New Mexico, and we just got this beautiful piece of land. It's about 18 acres in southern Arizona. So we decided to sell our house and move out here with our kids and build a homestead from scratch. Some people might think, wow, that's a big undertaking, or man, that's a little crazy. Or some people might say, I wish I could do that, but I feel a little intimidated, or it feels unattainable for us. Let me go back a little bit. We've been filming this journey because we want to film it for memories, and we want to film it to share our story. We've had a lot of questions, so I wanted to take some time to answer them to the best of my ability. Most of the questions are, why are you homesteading and how did you get to this point? And then the other questions are, why Arizona? So we'll just start with why homesteading and end up in why Arizona. And then when we're done, I'm going to take you for a walk of our land in the surrounding area. So why homesteading? Where do I begin? Well, let's go back. My husband and I both grew up in really rural areas in the Southwest. My husband in New Mexico and myself actually here. I grew up all my elementary school years here, and then we moved to Albuquerque, New Mexico. So I've lived a little bit in the city and I've lived some rurally as well. And we both have some experience with living in the country, with animals, and with gardening, but we're definitely still beginners. We definitely still have so much to learn, and sometimes, yeah, it does feel overwhelming. At this point, though, we're really trying to gain knowledge and spend as much time on our land as possible. So we're still in New Mexico right now. Right now it is April in 2024, and we're hoping, well, not hoping, but we are going to put our house on the market at the end of this month. But foundationally, why homesteading? Well, there's definitely something about being out here, being in nature. It's so calm and peaceful. It's so healing. It's so inspiring. We've always loved camping, and we've loved getting out with the boys as often as possible. And we reached this point living in New Mexico, and I definitely don't want to discount the suburban lifestyle. I think in a lot of ways it has been good for us over these past years. You know, play dates are easy, going to sports are easy, dropping the kids off at school is easy, grocery shopping, it's all convenient. And sometimes that feels really necessary when you're a young family. And so it's been good for us, but we've just had this feeling we need to get out. We need to live in the country. We need to become more self-sufficient. We need to teach ourselves and our kids as many skills as possible. Everything from growing a garden to preserving food to animal husbandry to survival skills, and you name it. So this is something that the more we talked became our ultimate goal. We really wanted to be able to do this. So we started looking around for land, and we quickly realized that where we were living in New Mexico, the prices had really gone up a lot, and add a high interest rate on top of that, it wasn't attainable for us, because part of this for us was also financial freedom. We did not want to give that up. So we really wanted to sell our house and use those funds to get our land and start up our homestead. And yes, we'll probably also have to work in the meantime while we're becoming self-sufficient, because we are going to have monthly needs, and there will always be certain things that we do need to pay for. But at the same time, if we got to the point where we couldn't afford or for some reason couldn't buy those things, we want to make sure that we had on our land everything that we need to not just survive, but to thrive as a family. Family, I guess, is honestly the number one reason we're homesteading. We want to spend more time together instead of all of us splitting up in the morning to go to work and to go to school. We want to be unified. We want to be our kids' teachers. We want all of us to learn and become more resilient and stronger together. And we felt like homesteading was a really great way to do that. So to get back to my story, we were looking, and then we thought, we're just looking further and further outside of the city. Let's consider going out of state. As I said before, I grew up here. My grandfather bought land in the 70s, and since then it's sort of been split up amongst certain family members. And when our family found out what it was we were trying to do, we were given the opportunity to get a piece of that land for an amazing deal. And it was a huge blessing for us. And I know that's not the case for everyone. Getting the land helped us realize that this was the path that we were supposed to take. And for us, it feels more like a calling, honestly, than just something that we want to do. So we took the land and we're out here now. We're trying to camp out here as much as we can just to get the lay of the land and to make some decisions for where we want to put things. And make no mistake, a piece of land does not a homestead make. We still have so much work to do, but honestly, we're looking forward to it. So Jag's background, my husband, he's a mechanical engineer. He's had his own business with landscaping and construction for the last 8 years or so. And he just got permaculture design certified. So I think as far as that goes, he's about as prepared as he can be, ready to take this next step. For me, I've been doing everything that I can to learn about gardening in the Southwest and to garden in my own small backyard. I've been learning about food preservation and how to homeschool, because I'll probably be the primary one homeschooling our kids. So we're trying to both bring our strengths to the table to make this work as best as it can for us. And so that's why we decided to homestead. So why Arizona? I got into that a little bit already. This piece of land opened up for us and we just couldn't say no to the offer. Yes, we are very rural, but we're okay with that. I've had a few comments saying, your land, it doesn't look like it'll be very fruitful because we are in the high desert. However, we want to be a part of this movement called Greening the Desert. Google it. It's happening all over the world, but we're hoping that it's really going to take off. There are people who are using certain strategies to retain water on desert lands and make it lush and fruitful and bountiful. And people are doing it. It's been done. And we want to do it too. We know that we can. Ultimately, anyone can do just about anything as long as they put their mind to it and they're willing to put in the work. And they know that there are going to be challenges, there are going to be failures. That's just part of the process. Also, we just love Arizona. It's beautiful. We love the people around us. We have some amazing neighbors and a good community. So we just feel like it's a good foundation. So it just felt right. Okay, why don't I take you for a tour of the land?
All right, well, it's morning the next day. We were just losing light too fast last night, so I figured we'd wait, but it is a beautiful morning. So you guys get to see it in the morning and in the evening out here. So I'm taking you guys to the base of our driveway, and then we'll go for a little walk. Where we're going to end up getting set up is actually all the way on the other side of our parcel, kind of in the front corner, and you'll see why when we get there. Ooh, it's a little chilly out today, but it's beautiful. Right, there's the base of our driveway. Then we're coming up here. So we're walking up the driveway. It is a little bit steep here, but At this point, we've just got our big truck and our small truck, so it's no big deal for those to get up. You know, I realized it's not even 6 a.m. yet, because another awesome thing about Arizona, or at least something I like, no time change. So now we're all an hour earlier than we would be, so we're getting started nice and early today. Another reason we want to stay in the Southwest is, for both of us, the vast majority of our family is scattered throughout the Southwest. So by staying here, we're really within a drivable distance of all of our parents and cousins and siblings, aunts, uncles, and that's just important to us, you know? So really, we never considered too much going outside of the Southwest for the big reason of family, aside from the fact that we do love it out here. Whew, I'm getting a little winded. Okay, I'm going to turn you guys around for a sec. So there's Rebel. That's Honey Bear. Those are 2 ranch pups that are coming out with us, and they're very excited, huh? Yes. So there's our 5th wheel. This is what we're going to be living in while we build our house. We just got this 5th wheel. I have a video about that. We had another camper. Well, we still have another camper, but it was small, so we're going to keep that one for guests. But this one we can really live in. We have our own room. The boys have their own room. We have a nice kitchen living area. We got it used, so we saved a lot of money that way, and it's in good shape. So we're very happy with it. So we were originally thinking of parking it up here. However, we decided not to, just because there's another area that gives us a little more wind coverage, and it's a lot more private. So we can't see any of the neighbors there, and none of them can see us. Not that we mind seeing each other, but I figure, you know, people move out to a place like this for the quiet. They move out for the views. And we really like this spot over here, and it's just a win-win, because then we're not obstructing anyone else's view. So why not? The reason we parked up here at the top was because when we got to thinking about it, there's a part of the road down here we weren't 100% sure our 5th wheel was going to make it across, because it is a 39-foot long 5th wheel. And you'll see what I'm talking about here. But when we get the road guys out again, we're going to have them dig out the road a little bit more, so just to make sure we make the turn over this culvert. Pretty mountain there. It's just such nice colors in the morning. So here you can see this right here. There's a culvert there, and there's a wash on either side. So we want to dig more into that side of the hill. That way we can go straight and then turn here, because we were kind of worried that the turn was going to be too narrow, and well, we just didn't want to risk our house ending up in the ditch. So so we're going to work on that. So I'll give you a closer look. Here's the culvert, and we built it up with rocks. There's been a few good rains. It's held up fine. And then Jags also made these, we usually call them trincheras, but you could call them check dams. So we've made these all the way up. We're going to make a bunch more. This is kind of a permaculture practice, because it slows down the water, allowing all the plants in this wash to get fed, and they'll grow up more. And as those grow up, they enrich the soil, and then you can start planting other things. So one day this wash is going to be really lush. I still think it's pretty. Look, all these wildflowers. Okay, so now we're coming up on our main area. Rebel knows the way. So part of the reason we wanted to come out today was so we could mark out where we need our foundation leveled so we can start building when we get out here. So that's kind of our goal for today, and it's a quick trip. We're heading back tonight. So, but it's just, anytime we get out here, kind of rejuvenates our dream, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna give you the view. So, mountain, there's the canyon, river's down there. So you can see my dad tells me I helped him put this fence in when I was about 7 or 8 years old. I don't remember, but it's still there. Parts of it are definitely down from cows, but that's okay. So we got a hill right here. And as you can see, there are electric poles along the side of our land here. We want to do solar. That's our fifth wheel up there. We really want to do solar and rainwater harvesting for water and energy. But if for some reason that didn't work out, we do have this option. Well, that's the tour of our driveway and our immediate land. So I'm gonna go ahead and put on a few clips of the surrounding area, just some music for you guys, and I just hope you enjoy it. We're excited. It's gonna be a long road. Parts of it are gonna be hard, parts of it are gonna be amazing, but overall it's about personal growth, it's about unifying our family, it's about learning as much as we can, and we're excited.